It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. And coming out of the All-Star break, most players have gotten a chance to rest up a little bit. Shaq, you rarely got a chance to feel what that's like.
You know, if you're playing in the All-Star game, your body does not get to rest. But you shouldn't complain. The fans voted you in. It's a moment that will never come again to some of these players. Enjoy it. But mentally, you do get a break from having to go out and win key games.
Yeah, on one hand, rest does help. I would say that. But on the other hand, you definitely, as a team and as an individual, have to get back into a rhythm. So starting strong after the All-Star break was always crucial for the teams that I played on, and especially for those bubble teams.
Almost game time. Let's get you down to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And welcome, everyone, to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets winning their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but, guys, by what an emphatic win it was.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling.
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not
is
probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's
smokes.
one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Lamb passes to Jefferson. Good D by LeBron. Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post. But last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of him.
And the first one at the line is good.
And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
Leonard hits them both.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And Columbus with possession. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seem to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Screen by Jefferson. And there's the call on Boss. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Lamb. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Charlotte on D. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And he gets the bucket.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Swiped away.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Boss, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And that one's good. Walker's got his first points of the game.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover, really a scorer's mentality, maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 9 points for Boss. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Columbus.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
That's good. Greg, talking about Walker, you have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And, guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch four.
And the Hornets making a change here. Batum's checked in.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jefferson. Knocks it loose.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
The Hornets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night, and the first one drops. Zeller, he's checked in for Jefferson. And so Walker nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Boss, guarded by Walker, and that one's good. And 11 points for Boss.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Puts up a three. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And money to end the quarter there. With the triple.
They knew it.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Guys, what stands out to you from Columbus so far in this one?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
LeBron James is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Harden. Then there's Boss. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, Batum is out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Kemba Walker. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Zeller in at the center position. To the paint. Here's Harden. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that.
That was incredible.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running things through Jefferson. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork, those were the messages. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks.
And what a tremendous game for Boss. 19 points, and he's pickpocketed the ball 5 times. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
And Clark, I just love the supreme focus with which he's playing.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Now here's Lynn. Defense right on him. And here we go. Columbus fast break. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Such a wide open look. Batum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Columbus leading by 12. And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but it almost was the opposite in his play.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He'd been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area.
And it's LeBron missing. Hornets trail by 14. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist. by LeBron.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly the defense, really no chance to get back.
And talking about Len last season, he never quite gelled with what they were doing in Los Angeles. Both he and Kobe need the ball to be effective, and I got a feeling you guys know which one of those two is going to get it.
For Charlotte, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. That free throw missing. And some changes here for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lin. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that one goes on a bounce. Last touch by Walker.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was... important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Boss. And again, Columbus with the triple.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
For Charlotte, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could... turn even more south on them, and sour.
11 seconds left in the first half. That will count. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a humongous shot to cap their run going into the break. They finished off that half on a roll.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Columbus out in front, running away with this one. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they got more.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is a
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Boss has been sensational.
He's just been terrific. This is what they needed from him.
And a double-double in just one half of basketball? You can't ask for anything more as a coach, teammate, or fan.
Harden out there with Boss. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And Harden with the stuff.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. And we've seen it time and time again here. A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Kid Gilchrist with the steal. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Pass to Jefferson. And Thompson sends it back. From the wing. And James with the basket on the assist by Harden. 10 points for LeBron.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Boss. He has 29. Inside, it's tipped. LeBron kicks to Harden. Williams with the block. There's the dish to Kid Gilchrist. Shoots from 12. Rebound by Columbus.
Great move on his way to the bucket there. Just couldn't get it to fall. And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
It's Harden with the drive. Got that bucket in no time at all. Harden's got 10 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And 12 points for James Harden.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
There's the feed to Walker. Trying to find Lamb, gets it to him. And that one's good. Lamb's got his second bucket.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Boss, James wide open. And again, it's Columbus.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit. Out there.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller comes in for Al Jefferson. And it's Batum in for Jeremy Lamb. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and James throws it down.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And as it goes out of bounds, Columbus able to keep the ball here. Oh, trying for it. Batum with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Boss, guarded by Walker. The 3-ball. Good on the shot. 34 points for Boss.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real... And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The 3 quarters of play all. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. Jeremy Lin is out there with Lee. Then there's Tyler Hansbrough. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Daniels in at the 3, the small forward.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
And Harden with the stuff.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
James against Hansbrough. And stolen by James. Lin with the steal. And there's the call on Boss. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
That's tipped. Stolen by Thompson.
Another turnover. And
man.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant. You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, it would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Zeller, a screen on Leonard. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Leonard. And a wide open look for Lin. Out to Lee. They double him with James. There's the pass to Hansbrough. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Hawes is checked in.
For the Hornets, Spencer Hawes.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Hansbrough. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Harden with it. Feeds to Thompson. Pause with the block. Harden dishes to Leonard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
A minute 50 left here in the fourth quarter. Tipped away. Here's Boss. And again, Columbus with the triple. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Columbus.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Columbus.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Boss. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
On the wing, Daniels. And the Hornets miss again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. 12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks. He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Boss, defended by Lynn. It's Thompson off the drive, and yes, sir, that one drops.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor. And nose for the glass.
Another steal. Here's Boss, covered by Lee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear.
And so it's Columbus taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, tell us a bit about the energy out there tonight. It's